Hi, everyone, and welcome to our live. It's so great to see so many of you on already. I can't believe I'm already watching the numbers go up. And a big warm welcome to our live on what is the International Organic Skincare Entrepreneur Program. So I'm Lorraine Dahlmeyer. I run Formula Botanica. And if you've been taking part in our masterclass, you have seen me in the videos. So I certainly hope that you've been watching. And I'm joined here today by Robin Wayman, who is one of our graduates and is also one of our student mentors. Robin, do you want to give us a quick intro?
Yes, hello everyone and welcome. Today we are here to talk about the Entrepreneur Program. I am a student of it and a graduate of that as well. And so I'm here to share some of my experience with you. And I started with Formula Botanica in 2018, and then I launched my own brand in 2020. And because of the Entrepreneur Program, I was able to do that. So we're going to kind of share some of those tips with you today.
Oh, amazing. I can't wait to hear all about it. And Robin's brand is incredible. So spoiler alert, you're in for an absolute treat to learn all about her journey too. So I can see, well, we've just introduced ourselves. I want you guys watching to introduce yourself as well. Tell me where you're from in the world. And I see some of you are already posting up. So we've got Cecilia on in Peru. We've got Idris in Las Vegas, Cheryl in Toledo, Ohio, Dubai, Manchester, California. Amazing. We have such a fantastic global community. And I'm watching more people join us as we speak. So a big warm welcome if you're just catching this now. Stick with us because we're here to answer your questions and really help you understand exactly how the International Organic Skincare Entrepreneur Program can change your life. I'm just going to maximize my video here very quickly. You can see this counter behind me, I hope. That's a real-time student counter. So every time someone enrolls, it ticks over. In fact, it ticked over at the beginning. So big warm welcome to whoever enrolled with us at that point. So you'll probably see it tick over as we go through this live as well. And I just wanted to explain what that was. If you hear that noise in the background or you see it change, it's because we're welcoming a new student to Formula Botanica, which is always exciting. And we've been doing that for the last 6 days because we opened up enrollment on Wednesday after running our huge free masterclass. Over 53,000 people took part. I mean, that's just insane. I've been seeing all of the threads come past with people making the face cream and taking part. What have you seen, Robin? Because I know you're in all the groups as well.
Yes, I have seen people just so excited that they can learn how to do this themselves at home and just sharing the excitement and joy that they have when they finally finished making that final product that they can now use. It's been really exciting.
It has. And I've loved watching people go, oh my God, I can do this. I can formulate. And not just that, I've just made my own face cream and it's so much fun. And that was really the whole point of the masterclass. So just huge congratulations to everyone who took part. And even if you didn't formulate along, I hope it inspired you and showed you that you can do this too. Because that's why we have almost 19,000 students and graduates around the world. They all believe in themselves as well, and they know that they can do this. So a few more shout outs. We've got people from the UK, Indiana, Ireland, Phoenix, Arizona, Germany, London, quite a few UK here, Texas, Atlanta, South Africa. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. I just want to also say that enrollment closes tomorrow. So tomorrow, UK time at 4 p.m. So that it's currently 6 p.m. here. So in 22 hours time, we close down enrollment and we won't open up enrollment again for quite a long time. I think it's going to be at least half a year. So if this is your dream, if you want to take what you've learned in the masterclass and you want to take it one step further, then you are in the right place and you've got 22 hours to basically make that decision. And hundreds of new students have already been enrolling with us this week because they know how life-changing this is going to be for them. So I'm incredibly excited for you as well. And I know that you wouldn't be watching this if you didn't have questions. So we're going to be here for about an hour. If you have questions, post them up. I'm going to start scrolling through them soon and bringing them up on screen. We've got quite a few questions that people have asked us outside of this webinar that we're going to talk about as well. And Robin's going to give us a bit of an insight into what it was like studying at Formula Botanica. So let's see, where are we? Right, first of all, I just want to talk about what the Entrepreneur Program is very briefly, and we're going to come back to this as well. But it's a bundle of 5 courses. And underneath me here on the screen, you can see 5 badges, and those are the course badges that you get when you complete each of those 5 courses. And the program has been designed to take you from complete beginner to indie beauty entrepreneur and formulator. So the courses that are in the program are formulation courses, advanced formulation courses, stability courses, preservation courses, and business courses as well. And Robin is actually our course lead for our business diploma. So I want to add something in there as well about all the amazing business tips that you receive when you enroll.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I mean, the business course is one of my favorite courses. So I love that at Formula Botanica now I kind of help out in that business group because you first learn to formulate, you get the skills, but then you need to know how to start the business. And that's what this entrepreneur program does. It takes you from learning the skill to how to build your lab, but then how to be the entrepreneur and build a business. So it's just fantastic. It took me from knowing nothing, never making anything in my life, to now I'm 3 years in with my business and we've won awards. It's just been fantastic.
That's amazing. Well, we're going to hear all about that in a minute. I just got one short thing that I want to quickly show to everyone. Just going to bring up some slides in a minute, just a few of them, because if you enroll with us before 4 p.m. UK time tomorrow, that's within the next 22-hour window, we also have some very special bonuses for you. And we've never done this before. This was a complete experiment and it's been wildly successful. And everyone's been desperately asking us to get hold of all these bonuses. So let me just quickly show you what that looks like. First of all, the first bonus you receive if you enroll before 4 p.m. tomorrow is a free webinar pre-recorded on how to manage your time when starting your beauty brand. And I know this is a question many of you have. It's certainly a question we've received thousands of times over the years. People going, I also work a day job, I have a family, I'm busy. How do I do this? So we've distilled all of the experience from our students into this free bonus that you get if you enroll before tomorrow. The second free bonus is another question we receive all the time is, how can I start my beauty brand on a budget? So we've recorded this free pre-recorded webinar for you, which you receive if you enroll before tomorrow, 4 p.m. UK time, which contains the 12 steps to starting your beauty brand on a budget. And again, it distills all of that experience that our graduates have shared with us and that we've heard from so many beauty brands throughout the industry to give you the blueprint on how to do this on a budget. And then we also, the third and final bonus, have a free webinar. Again, it's pre-recorded, so this will be sent to you. You can watch it in your own time on how to name your beauty brand, because it's a question a lot of people have. And there is actually a framework you can follow in order to do this. And I've broken it down for you in this free webinar, which again is a bonus that you receive if you enroll before tomorrow. Now, these bonuses are not available anywhere else. They are brand new. We have no intention of making them available on our website. They're not in the courses. They are brand new. So if you want them, you're going to have to enroll before tomorrow. And yes, as I said, you can only get them if you enroll before 4 p.m. on May 2nd UK time. So I just wanted to briefly share that. Let me just unshare the slides and we're back because I just wanted to be completely clear that we have these incredible bonuses and they go away tomorrow. So if you do want to enroll with us, now is your chance because you get those bonuses and they'll be automatically sent to you once we have closed enrollment tomorrow and once we figured out who everyone is and when they enrolled. So let's talk a little bit about you, Robin. Now, you've been with us since 2018, as you said at the beginning, and you have your own brand. So can you tell us a little bit about your brand, what it's called, what you make, all of it?
Yes. So I actually started in 2018 and I joined the entrepreneur program because I thought, I wanted to learn a skill and something that I could do at home because I'm a wife and I'm a mom of three. So I have a very, very busy schedule. I have 3 kids who are ages 14, 13, and 12. They were all really right behind each other, but they're extremely active in sports. And so I wanted something that I could have for myself, that I could create a small business that I could run on my time and still be able to do all my mom duties with the kids. And so I was able, with learning the skill, I was able to develop my brand. It's called Sunlux. And now, what you will learn in the program when you become an entrepreneur, you learn in the business course how to come up with the reason and your why. And my why was because I had skin cancer. And so my brand is around people with severely sun damaged skin. And it really has just given me a little bit of a platform to share my story and then to help others. And it's just everything's been going great. This is our third year in business, and we've won awards every year we've been open, and everything's just going wonderful. And I have to say though, I love the business course because I continually go back to the forum and the group and I ask questions because there's still things I don't know. And everyone there is supportive, and everyone's able to give you what they've done and how you can maybe make it better. And it's really just a supportive group with every course you take.
Oh, it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And I know that there's quite a few people who've enrolled with us just in the last couple of days in the chat at the moment. So I just want to bring one comment up before we talk more about your incredible brand. This is from Kiana, whose name I saw come past on the enrollment list earlier. Hi, big warm welcome. She said, enrolled today. I was hesitant and nervous to enroll, but I gained the courage and I did it. May the 1st, it's the beginning of a new chapter in my life. I think that's amazing. Congratulations, Kiana. I'm so happy for you. This is going to be so exciting. Just
Yes, absolutely. And that's the mentality to have. It's a new chapter. This is a new phase, and you're learning a skill. You can take it to do a few different things. You don't actually have to start a brand. You can sell your formulations. You can go work for a beauty brand. There's so many things you can actually do by going through this program, because you take that knowledge and you can apply it in a few different areas. And so it's just so exciting when we have new people, because they end up realizing there's so much more you can do with the skill
yeah,
than just starting your own brand.
just because
Yeah.
it's quite an undertaking, and obviously you've
Right.
been through this. So you've been going, is it since 2020, you said?
Yes, we launched November of 2020.
So tell me a bit about the products that you made and that you formulated and that you now sell.
Yes. Okay. So my goal with my line, and again, you're going to learn in the program, you're going to be kind of walked through what it looks like to set up, your why and what you're going to look like and who your target customer is. And mine was really focusing on the people with severely sun damaged skin. So every product of mine has an antioxidant, and that was the goal, so that whoever bought whatever product of mine you bought, you had an antioxidant in it to help with their sun damaged skin. And so we created face wash, we created beautiful oils that go on the skin, we created serums. This is one of our vitamin C serums.
Oh, beautiful.
This is one of our best sellers. And then this year we just launched, we call it P6 because it has 6 different kinds of peptides in it,
Wow.
yeah, and the seaweed extract. So, and last week we were just written up in Beauty News NYC for the peptide. So it's just exciting to see that what you can create in your mind, you can actually create it in the formulations that you learn to put together. And then you can, with help of the business program, you learn how to start it and launch it. So for me, it's been honestly the best decision I ever made. So
Wow.
with the one who just said that it's a new chapter, I mean, it truly is and can be a new chapter and one of the greatest things you decide to do.
Wow. Wow. Goosebumps. That's incredible. I mean, you're right. I suppose I never even thought of it that way. You have this idea in your head and you then turn that into a reality and you hold something in your hands that you've made yourself. Tell me what sort of feedback you get from your customers, because I think that's quite an important one as well. What do they say to you about your products?
So my customers have written me letters. I've gotten a few letters in the mail because they've they realized that they didn't take care of their skin very well in their 20s, and now there's something to kind of help them. And I really try to educate my customers, and I always get like a thank you for that. Thank you for saying that. I showed my daughter your products. And so we're trying to really reach. You always want to reach everybody, but you can't. So you focus on the ones who need the help the most. And mine just either had skin cancer, so they totally get it, and they want to know what to do to take care of their skin now, or they want to pass that message along to the younger generation.
Yeah.
So the feedback I get it blows me away, and I'm so humbled by it and grateful. And I'm not a big brand. I'm not in Target or Sephora. I just am on the internet selling direct to customer. And to get positive responses is wonderful. And I will
Mm.
say, knock on knock on wood, I have never had a return. In 3 years, we have not had one product returned to us. So in my mind, as the business owner and the formulator, that says a lot about what we're doing, and the message and the products themselves.
That's amazing, and that's exactly why I asked that question, because every single graduate I've ever interviewed, I've asked that question to, and they always say that. They always go, "The feedback I get is just incredible," and it makes you realize why you're doing the thing you're doing, because, we're changing all these people's lives by teaching them how to formulate and start a
Yeah,
brand, and then they're going out into the world and changing the lives of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions
yeah,
of people globally by creating these products that work and that change people the way people feel about themselves, and that is profound. So I'm not surprised in the slightest, because I know that your brand is absolutely incredible. You've won awards as well. I mean, lots of accolades, and you've been featured in so many places. So huge congratulations. And I know
thank
someone's just asked
you.
in the chat, where's your website so we can buy from you, which is awesome. And I know that the team has already shared Robin's website and profile, but I'm sure they can put it up again in the chat. So go and check out Sunlux.
Yes, and I also wanted to touch on, when you were saying, you as the formulator, you're and Formula Botanica, you're changing my life by bringing me the skills and the opportunity and the ability to learn this. Then we go out and we sell our products to help with, whatever your why is. And what I've also found, which is so cool, is that you can also inspire people by your product packaging. You know, you can really be eco-friendly. You can have your whole product be vegan. I mean, I feel like there's actually so much more depth that you can go into to not just gain, customers for their skin, but you gain customers because they believe in your your ethos and everything you're doing
Yeah.
with, making the actual packaging and the bottles and things like that. So it definitely can continue going than just the product that or the formulation you're making.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, that's why we're all here basically. We want to change the world with the businesses we start, and I think it's wonderful to hear your story, and I know that everyone watching will feel that way as well. I'm just gonna put up a couple of comments on the screen. First of all, this is from Marisa, who says, "This has been such an amazing experience. I've completely fallen in love with formulating. I've learned so much from your masterclass. Thank you, Lorraine and Formula Botanica team. So excited for the future." So am I, Marisa. I really hope that you're about to enroll with us, because I know this could be the next chapter in your life as well. And this one's come in from someone called Cryptocurrency. I'm sure that's not their real name. I'm in Dubai. I'm an engineer, but I love skincare and having my own brand. Do you think I can start one? Um, what do you think, Robin? Can she start one? Or he?
I think anyone can start their own brand. I mean, once you learn the skills, the great thing about the program is that you don't just get one course, you get 5 courses. And you're going to learn what it looks like to formulate, but then you're going to learn what it looks like to preserve, which is huge. You're going to learn how to create a shelf life for your product. You're going to learn how to, build your own lab. There's so much more that you're going to learn than just the formulating side. So if you love that, then absolutely, you can definitely create your own brand. You don't have to start big. I am a very small brand. And I always say I like to keep it small and controlled, because once you go a little bit bigger, then I may not be able to, take my kids to their practices and things like that. So for me, in the season of my life now, it's very small and controlled. But later on, if I want to branch out and go bigger and try to get in, stores, then I can. So
Yeah.
it's really it's really whatever you want to make of it. So I absolutely think anyone can do it.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. By the way, if anyone's wondering what I'm doing over here, there's a fly attacking me. So just, and I think it's going to be here for the whole webinar. So we're just going to roll with it. And I think on that note, this is a good opportunity for us to talk about what the program actually is, because I know we've covered this. And if you're in the masterclass, there's a whole video on it as well, which I hope you've gone to watch. But just really quickly for everyone watching, Robin already said there are 5 courses in there, and you can see the badges for each of them at the bottom of the screen. Why don't we just quickly, quick fire, go through what each of them is, and maybe you can chip in with your experience of having been through them as well, Robin. So the first one that everyone starts with when you enroll with us is our diploma in organic skincare formulation, which is the most popular formulation course on the internet. And it teaches you how to make serums and toners and cleansers. I've got lots of graduate products here in front of me on my desk. What was your experience going through that, Robin?
Well, that was really that's the course that made me fall in love with Formula Botanica, because I was learning to make things the way I wanted it. You go to the store and you want to buy a product, but it's not quite what you're looking for, but you buy it because you don't have any other options. With the skills I learned in that course, I was making products for family, friends, my kids. I mean, it literally taught me how to create this skill that if I wanted to become an entrepreneur, I could absolutely use that skill to do it. Without the formulating course, the diploma, and that, I think it would have not been possible, because I wouldn't have the skill and I just wouldn't even understand the industry, because these 5 courses are giving you, an education in the industry.
Yeah.
So it's really, the value starts with that course.
Yes, it does. And it basically takes you by the hand if you've never formulated before and trains you up to become a formulator. And by the end of it, you'll feel confident going, I'll go make my own lip balm. I'm just going to go whip up a foaming toner. I know exactly what I'm doing here. And that's incredibly empowering. And Meigs, who I know has just enrolled with us in the last day, who's watching us live, big warm welcome to Formula Botanica, says, oh my gosh, my mother-in-law and her sister love the face cream we made in the
Yay.
masterclass. Now imagine going through an entire diploma and coming at the back of it with an entire like skincare range sat in front of you that you can give to friends and family to test for you. It's very empowering. And then you move on to the advanced diploma. And that's when you really start to tweak your formulations to make them exactly the way you want them to be in terms of function, texture, and you start to work with high performance ingredients. Now, you've got a couple of high performance ingredients in your products as well. So which ones do you work with?
So what I love most about the advanced course is, you finish the diploma in organic skincare formulation, and you have that foundation, that strong foundation, and you can make your creams and things like that. But I wanted to take it, because I'm using these antioxidants and I'm really trying to target people's skin issues. What I found with the advanced program is, you're going to work with every kind of, gum there is out there, and you're going to learn the difference between how one product or one ingredient functions versus another, and that's how you separate yourself from the other brands out there.
Yeah.
You want that silky smooth feeling, you're going to learn how to do it in the advanced program. So I always say the diploma got me into the industry, taught me the foundation and skills. The advance has made me the formulator I want to be.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that. I need to write that down. Our next strap line. I love that because it's true. I watch a lot of people come to us and they're always in a rush. They're like, I'm going to make one product and sell it. And we're
Yeah.
like, well, no, you need to go through several iterations. And that's also what it means to be a formulator. And then you can really start to perfect it and tweak it and try more advanced ingredients. And that is incredibly empowering.
Yeah,
And
and even, sorry, I was just going to add to that, when you start to do that, and you'll see the alumni or the people, currently taking the advanced course, they start posting pictures of the products they made, and you might think, wow, how did they make that? And they'll share their tips with you, and now you can make it.
yeah,
But it's because you started with the foundation and then you moved on to that advance, and so what they're saying makes sense at that point.
yeah.
Because sometimes when you get to the advanced, you have to go through the foundation first. But I mean, you can pretty much make anything you want.
I know, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's
It's still
pretty awesome.
true.
I love it.
Yeah.
If
And then
you
we
can think of it, you can make it.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, and a lot of people come to us and they're like, "Well, will you teach me how to make this really, really specific thing?" And we're like, "Well, you can make that already because you've done this, and you've done this, and you've done this, and you can put it together." And that's this incredibly empowering feeling. We, had someone come to me years ago and go, "Can you teach me how to make a micellar water?" Which is something that we now teach in our diploma.
Hmm.
And I said, "Well, do you still have access to the course?" She said, "No, I graduated years ago." I said, "Well, can you make a toner?" And she was like, "Yeah." I said, "Can you make a cleanser?" And she went, "Yeah." I said, "Can you make a foaming product?" She went, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, well, put those 3 together. Here
There
you
you
go." And she
go.
went, "Oh, yeah, I can do that." Because when you're a formulator, you understand how to combine all of those elements.
Right. And you also start to learn what it looks like to make your own hydrosols. I mean, you watch the some of the students get their own the copper stills, and they're making their own hydrosols.
Yeah,
It's amazing
yeah.
what you can do. You just start out with the foundation, and you'll definitely be able to make your own products.
Yes, yes, absolutely, and it's so empowering as well. Just for clarification, we don't teach how to make hydrosols, but we see many people in our community go off and distill them, distill essential oils, learn how to macerate oils to create their own botanical extracts, which is a whole new world of excitement that
Hmm.
comes on top of your courses as well. And I just want to put this one up again from Migs, who says, "We're all going to be like mad scientists at home, guys. I've been working on our office slash storage room this weekend and turning it into a lab room. I am so excited for you. You're going to make your first formulations within a matter of days." And
Yes, and
hours.
share pictures, please.
Yes.
We love to see people's labs and their space where they work. So share pictures.
Yes. So just a quick reset for anyone who's just joined us. We're here for about an hour, so that's another half an hour or so. We're answering questions about what the Entrepreneur Program is, because the International Organic Skincare Entrepreneur Program is currently open for enrollment at Formula Botanica and closes tomorrow at 4 p.m. UK time, which is in 21 and a half hours, if you want me to be very specific. So you need to hurry up if you want to take the masterclass further. I think that's the main message. And I know there are thousands of you out there who want to take the masterclass further. So this is your chance. And what I don't want is that you wait a year and then you look back at this and go, I really should have enrolled. I've spent a whole year. I could have spent that year learning how to formulate and just get going. So I just want everyone to sort of start to imagine what that next chapter looks like.
Yes, absolutely. The sooner you start, the sooner you're able to, be closer to that dream.
Yes, exactly. So we've covered 2 of the courses already in the Entrepreneur Program, which is a bundle of 5. There are 2 short certificates in there as well. So we've got our certificate in cosmetic stability testing and our certificate in natural cosmetic preservation. And those certificates really allow you to then learn how to make your products safe and stable. And obviously, we cover that as well to a certain degree in the diplomas. But this is now when you gain the confidence to be able to know how to do this yourself rather than just following what we're telling you to do. And they're very detailed, short courses, so you can zip through them in a matter of weeks. I mean, what was your experience with them, Robin?
Honestly, when I took those two certificates, I mean, I felt like there was so much value in those. In the stability course, you're going to learn about 15 different tests that you can run to make sure your product is stable. And depending on where you are in the world, in the US, you don't have to send your product for approval to a lab, but in most countries you do. And we actually just had someone the other day. She she sent a comment in on our Facebook forum, and she said that she sent her product to the lab, and within the first time it came back 100% approved by them. I mean, she was so excited, and that's what it's about. She took the courses, she learned exactly how to do it, and she sent it off to the lab, and first try she got approved.
I love
So
that.
that's wonderful. I mean, these two courses will teach you and teach you just how to know the industry as well. Like I know in I think it's the preservation course, you learn what's approved by EcoCert and the different certifications out there because people
Mhm.
want to know that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I could look all over the internet for hours and not find everything I want. And in that one course, it's all laid out for me. And I just print it out and I have it.
Yeah, it's so helpful. And I know that our chemist at the time when she was putting it together, she included all these flow charts which take you through the decision process to make sure that you choose the right preservative.
Yeah.
And then those 20 stability tests that we've got in there, they help you know for sure that the products you're
Mhm.
selling won't split, they won't change color, they won't change scent. All of it's in there. And those are skills that you need to have as a
Yeah.
formulator if you're going to make products to sell in the world.
And those skills too, I would say after those 2 certificates, my confidence level was it was up there, and that's how I wasn't afraid to send my products to friends and family because I understood now how to preserve it. I wasn't going to hurt, a family member. I was going to hurt their skin,
Mm.
and I mean, they're essential to starting your own brand.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I've absolutely loved watching our students go through those certificates over the years. So there are 5 courses in the Entrepreneur Program, which is currently open for enrollment for another 21.5 hours. And we've gone through 4 of them, the 2 diplomas in learning how to formulate and learning how to become advanced, the 2 certificates that specialize in stability and preservation, natural preservation. And then there's a 5th program, which I know you and I are both very fond of, which is our diploma in beauty brand business management. So do you want to tell us a little bit about this, Robin? Because I know this is your baby as well.
Yes, this I love this course because look, I have a bachelor's in business management from university, and I didn't learn anything like this in university. And so what you get in this course sets you up to be the entrepreneur. We set you up to be successful. No, we don't want anyone taking the entrepreneur program and not being successful. And so when I am helping the other business owners in the group or the ones who are they're just getting ready to start, we're there to teach you start with a b and c, start with that, get your trademarks going and things like that. And then by the time you're done, you will know how to fundraise money. If you want to become a big brand, you'll know how to write a business plan. You'll know how to be confident when you're in a room and you're asked questions about your business.
Yeah.
And that is something that university did not teach me.
No.
And so I just feel like if you're thinking in your mind, you want to start your own brand, sell your own formulations, whatever you want to do, this program is going to teach you everything you need and give you the confidence to do it successfully.
Oh, it's amazing to watch students go through this. A
Hmm.
lot of people think they don't need to learn business skills to sell formulations. And unfortunately, those people then typically go through a lot of heartache, time, effort, money spent. I've heard this from just hundreds of people over the years. And then they go, I wish I'd just taken this course. So, do you, I mean, what have you seen working with our business students who haven't taken that step, who have decided to actually enroll for the program and work through it? Like, how do you think they're different to those people who don't?
Well, I've talked to a handful of them, and what they realize is they're learning how to set the business up. Your business isn't going to function well, and every day is going to be a lot of problem solving if you don't learn how to set the business up properly. And so when they start that course and they learn how to set it up, they learn to really pinpoint what their reason is for
Mm,
the business and what their messaging is going to be that they're going to have to say every single day. Every single day
mm.
when someone asks me, I say my brand is a high antioxidant skincare, and it's with people with severe sun damage. So you need to be prepared to give your I think they call it like the 10-second elevator speech or
Yes.
whatever it is, but we walk you through that because if you don't have the business skills, like you said, you're going to be fumbling around every day. You're even going to waste time. You're going to have days where you don't even know what to do. So you just wasted a day when, if you have a plan and you understand what your business goals are and where you want to be, then you're going to be successful and you're going to see it.
I love that. You have days when you're fumbling around. It's
Yeah.
true. I mean, when I started with Formula Botanica, there were many days when I was like, "How do I do this? I don't know. I'm gonna go figure it out." I mean, if someone had just given me the blueprint, I would have lapped it up. But anyway, we have that blueprint for you, and that's why the Diploma in Beauty Brand Business Management is the 5th program in the
Mhm.
International Organic Skincare Entrepreneur Program, which is only open for one more day. Now, I can see a lot of people we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're in our Facebook group. I can see we're joined by many, many people today. So if you are thinking of joining us, if you are thinking of enrolling and you haven't done it yet, and you're sat here watching me and Robin, and you're thinking, there's just this one thing holding me back, talk to us and we will try and help you. And I know the team is in the chat as well on all the platforms and is helping you too. But please just throw your questions out there. We're here for another half an hour or so and we will do our best to answer them. So let's come to a few other questions that we've received. First of all, oh gosh, there's so many of them here. Let's pull this one up. Are we working from examples when we go through the program, or do we learn to formulate for ourselves? Can you answer this one for us, Robin?
Absolutely. So the best way to learn is to not only have a formulation in front of you, but to visually learn. In your courses, you're going to have so many hundreds of videos where the chemists from the Botanica are literally showing you with their hands in a video how to make that product. You can take, and then you will get a few example formulations, so you can use those definitely, or make them to practice. And then the fun part is that you start swapping out. You take the ingredients, maybe you, so in my brand I like to have a lot of my products be nut free, and that's because I have a friend who has a severe nut allergy. So I really try to make sure she feels included and she's not left out when I'm passing out, skincare to all my friends.
Yeah.
And what I find is that you learn how to take out, an ingredient that does come from nuts and put in one that doesn't, and now you have a nut free product. And so yes, you will have examples, but you are going to watch videos that are going to teach you, so there's no mistake on how to follow it, or the steps, or the method.
Yeah.
And then you take that and you turn it into your own formulations.
Yeah, absolutely. So all of our courses contain what we call sample formulations where you can follow what we do, much like you did in the masterclass. You followed
Yep.
us making the face cream. And then we challenge you to go a little bit more advanced. And then we ask you to try and make your own. And we give you what we call frame formulations. So you can work within parameters that we've safely set for you. So you can create these incredible formulations with your own ethos, your own ingredients. And you've heard Robin talk about the ones that she wants to use. And you are then empowered to do that, which is wonderful. Okay, I've got a couple of questions come in that I'll just put up here as well. This one's from A. Crespissima, who says, can we pay in installments or just the full amount? I'll take this one. So we've currently, enrollment is open and only open for one more day. You can pay in full. And there is also a payment plan available, which runs across a 6-month period, which is 397 British pounds a month. So you can start today for 397, and then every single month for a 6-month period, you'll be billed on the same day each month to make up the full amount. If you're struggling with this, if you're struggling with anything financial, just reach out. Our admissions team is sat there. They're in today. They've been answering thousands of tickets and phone calls and live chats. They're there for you. And I know that they've also been commenting in the chat here to handle a few sort of small tech issues that people have had. So don't worry, we're here for you. Just reach out. Okay, and I see someone's asked about the lab in a bag, which we showed in the masterclass. Believe me, I wish we had it for sale. It's just proving a little trickier than I thought, but we will get them out eventually one day if it kills me. So
And they can make their own lab in a bag at home too.
you can, absolutely.
Because the basics that you need to make the cream are not a lot. So you can
Yeah.
buy the what you need and make it your own.
Yes, I think that's a very good point to add, Robin, as I'm sat here in my frustration. Okay, this is a question we've had many times during the masterclass, actually. Do we need to take the 5 courses in a specific order, or are they blocked? Do you have to complete one to get to the next one? Can you tell us about your experience?
Yeah, so no, you don't. What I did was I took the first one, the diploma in organic skincare formulation, because I didn't have any skills. Again, I'm not even a good cook, you guys. I'm like, so if you are a good cook, generally you're much better at, following recipes and formula, but these are formulations. So I needed that first course to gain the skills and the foundation. From there, I actually did the 2 certificates. And I'm glad I did because I learned about the testing. I learned about good GMP, good manufacturing practices. I just learned so many things about the industry that I didn't even know, and how to set up my lab, things like that. Then I went on into the advanced and the business course. But you can do them however you want. I would definitely just recommend you start with the diploma in organic skincare. You need that foundation, and then you can take it to the next level,
Yeah, and if you want to start a business, get stuck in there straight away as well and do the formulation and business diplomas alongside each
right?
other, because a lot of the business diploma is about, creating your brand, getting your mindset right, which takes
Hmm.
time as well. It's often overlooked by people who think they can just rock up and sell beauty products, but we work with you on that. So it could be really beneficial to do, both alongside each other, but it's entirely up to you. Just start with the skincare diploma.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see, what have we got? This is a good one. And we've had this many times in the lives that we've done this week. How long do I have to complete all of the courses? And what do I do if I don't? So I'm going to let you answer this one first, Robin, but then I'm going to add something to it as well, because I want a bit of a mindset shift with everyone who's asking this question.
Yes. So I believe you have 3 years, correct me if I'm wrong, to start and finish the entrepreneur program. But if you're at the end and you need a little bit more time, there's the ability to take on, month by month to finish the program. But here's what I'll say. If you're trying to become an entrepreneur, you need to dedicate at least 1 day a week to your studies and your skill. You know, it's not going to happen overnight, and it's not just going to happen if you're looking at it once a month. I wanted to show you. I print my notes out. So I have so many notes in my books, and I just, no matter where I am, if I'm in the car, I will be studying and I will be taking down notes. And even now that launched my brand, I still go back to those notebooks and I still write in them. But I make sure that I'm always doing something in the formulation, in the class, whatever I'm working on. You need to make sure as an entrepreneur, you're dedicating some time to it every week. And that's how you're going to see the success. And you'll get through all of the courses. Again, Lorraine explained that the certificates, they're not very long, they're very simple and easy. They're more value for you to understand that, how to do the testing, or what it looks
Yeah.
like to be a vegan brand and get that kind of logo on your product. But
Yeah.
it's 3 years is absolutely doable.
Oh, it's so doable. And what I want everyone to think about is we give you 3 years access. That doesn't mean you're going to take 3 years to do this.
Right.
Like, if you sit down, you could do the diploma in organic skincare formulation in 40 hours. That's it. Like, that's a week's work for most of us. Um,
Yeah.
apart from when you're an entrepreneur. So, but that doesn't take very long. And what I want you to get into the mindset of thinking is, you know what, I could actually do this whole thing within the next 5 to 6 months. And I want you to log in and create study plans. Like, you have course planners that go with the courses.
Yeah.
Fill them in, make a plan and go, I'm going to complete the first diploma by June. You can absolutely do that. There is nothing
Yeah.
stopping you from doing that. And then you can go, I'm going to complete the advanced diploma by July, August. Let's give you a summer break. You can get all of this done before the end of the year really comfortably if you knuckle down and do it. And if you want to be an entrepreneur, then you're going to have to do that, because that's also how business is going to be. So I want you to get out of this mindset of, I have 3 years to do this. Like, we give you 3 years because it's super comfortable, but that doesn't mean that you're going to have a full 3 years. Like, you could be finished by the end of this year with those 5 courses, no problems. And the people who are real action takers, and I know that's the people watching, because otherwise you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be sat here watching us if you didn't think, my goodness, I really want to do this. I really want to do this. If you're an action taker, then you will absolutely fly through these programs, because you know what's waiting for you at the end. And I mean, what does it feel like having your own brand now, Robin?
It's amazing. And I didn't take the whole 3 years. I think I took the diploma in organic skincare. That one took me a little over a year because I got so into it and so into the ingredients that I just spent so much time studying and really understanding what ingredients I wanted to use in my product line. And by the time I was done, I never even used that full 3 years. So yes, you do not need the full 3 years. That's just enough time if something happens, or you need to take a few weeks off, or you take the summer off to be with your kids, but you can absolutely do it in that amount of time.
Yeah, it's very achievable. That's why we've set it up the way that we've set it up. And I've got hundreds of graduate brands stood behind
Mhm.
me. I get sent products from all over the world. All of those people got through the programs. You can do it too. So I have a question for everyone watching, because I know there's quite a few of you on with us live and you're sticking with us, which is awesome to see. I want you to leave a comment in the chat and tell me, firstly, have you enrolled? If you've enrolled, just type enrolled. And I know there's a few of you sat here and I'm super excited for you. If you're in the process of enrolling, type enrolling, and we'll see you on the flip side soon in the student classroom. If you're considering it, just write considering, and maybe leave us a question as well if you have any questions that you want to have answered. If you're on the fence about something, we're here to help you. And if you're just here for the masterclass, just type masterclass only, because it would be really interesting to see where everyone is on their journey. And I hope to see lots and lots of comments come in. And let me just put this one up. This is from Sarah, who says, I enrolled last week, started my coursework yesterday, loving it so far, so excited for the future. So much wonderful information being offered. Thank you. Well, thank you, Sarah. And you made such an amazing decision. Like the viewer who commented earlier said, this is the first chapter of the rest of my life. And I feel very, very excited for you and for all of our new students. It's going to be incredible.
Yes, and Sarah, I always like to tell the new people that are coming into the groups, don't be shy. If you have questions, that's what we are there for. We're there to help guide you, help direct you, because if you don't know, you don't know. You may not even know where to look for something. So don't be shy. In the forums, go ahead and ask your questions. There's no stupid
Yeah.
question. I'm a mentor, so I am in there 3 days a week answering questions along with our other mentor team that is amazing. So we want to help you. We want to see everyone succeed. So go ahead and ask your questions. Don't be shy.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep them coming. I've seen so many comments coming in the chat. We've got Jody, Kiana, BB Moon, who said, I've enrolled. Katya, love this, but let me put this up on the screen. Katya says, I've enrolled. I'm already on fire. I love it. We've got Crystal, who's enrolled. We've got, gosh, there's lots of people in here. Meigs, who is enrolled. Incredible. And then there's a few people like Katya, like Zolf, like Teresa, like Free Acts Forever, like Jiang Mi, like Joan, who are considering it. So if you have questions, post them up. And I know the team is answering quite a few of them in the chat for you as well. And we'll do our best to answer them too. Look at this. This is from Crystal. She says, I've already finished orientation and module 1 in 3 days. I love it. I just love it. You're an
Awesome.
action taker. This is
Yes.
incredible. Just imagine where you could be a month from now. Like, you could be surrounded by your own skincare.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah. And Lorraine, to those who are considering, here's what I would say. When it came down to, if I, when I finally found Formula Botanica, I kind of just went to my husband and said, okay, look, this is way cheaper than university. And what, because I had no idea what Formula Botanica was. And I just said, if anything, I'm going to learn how to make, my own products. And we both just said, just go for it. Give it a try. What do you have to lose? And hands down, I tell everyone it's the best decision I ever made, because had I not just, dip my foot in, I wouldn't have known everything else that Formula Botanica has to offer.
Yeah.
So it just changed my life. And I'm just so grateful that I took that leap of faith.
Yeah. And that's the message we hear from so many of our students. They take that leap of faith and
Hmm.
they go, I'm going to completely change my life through
Yeah.
this. And the ones who really go for it, and you saw some of them in the masterclass when I held up their products and I talked about them, they completely changed their life as well.
Yeah.
And I think what would be great is if we just take 3 minutes, and I just want to show a video from one of our graduates called Rashan, who started her brand, The Glossary. I have one of her products here. It's a
Mhm.
superfood skincare brand. I interviewed her for our podcast 2 weeks ago. So if you haven't subscribed yet to the Green Beauty Conversations podcast, please do go and do so. And we've just created a short 3-minute clip where she just tells us a little bit about her experience. So I'll bring that up and then we'll be back in the room and we'll take some more questions from you. Here we go.
Yeah, so hello everyone. I'm Rashan, the founder of The Glossary, which is a vegan, superfood, and cruelty-free skincare brand that's inspired by my plant-based lifestyle. At The Glossary, all products are made using cold pressed and upcycled fruit and veg ingredients that would otherwise be discarded by the juicing industry to make a range of nutritious skincare products that are filled with the vital vitamins your skin needs to look and feel healthy, balanced, and glowing. I initially got started. I've always been a hobbyist, so I've always been interested in making natural and organic skincare. Um, but prior to joining with Formula Botanica, I was just following like recipes, so I didn't really know how to do it safely, legally, scientifically. So once I enrolled, that then gave me the skills then to kind of like pursue my dream. And I've always been interested in beauty as a consumer, but I think prior to starting the glow, so I just got a bit frustrated with the current market. Like there is still a lot, but there was a lot of greenwashing back then. I was experiencing a lot of allergic reactions to some of the natural and organic beauty products that I was buying from the beauty stores. And I was just like, why am I spending my money with these companies when I've got the passion, I've now got the skills to create something that I would enjoy using and I believe others would enjoy using as well. So that was kind of like the catalyst starting the glossary. Enroll, it'll change your life. Feels like magical and surreal all wrapped into one because, when I started the glossary, I didn't have, prior to enrolling with Formula Botanica, I didn't have formulator skills. So now it's surreal to me that not only have I created products that I love enjoying, that also, a wide range of customers like enjoying and then repurchasing, and then having these renowned magazines and like beauty awards, like also say, yeah, these products are incredible. It's just, yeah, sometimes it's like an out of body experience. Is this really happening to me? But it has been incredible. It's been challenging being like a solo entrepreneur and having to kind of, I suppose you're like an octopus at the beginning of your journey. You've got so many plates that you have to keep spinning. So that has been a bit challenging. But overall, I just feel really happy that I've found my passion and found like what I'm good at, because it did take, prior to the glossary, it took a lot of, I suppose, don't want to call them failures, but a lot of challenges to get to where I am now. So I'm just really enjoying it.
I love that. What an incredible story. And Rashan's products are incredible. I have her Clean Green Superfood Skincare Serum here. It is an absolute triumph. It's a bit of a cult favorite as well, actually. It's been featured on so many different publications. It's been on TV. And yeah, she is an absolute superstar. And I'm sure you identify with a lot of what she was talking about.
Yes, I love when she said it's kind of an outer body experience because it really is. And then when you get acknowledged for the formulation, I continually look at my husband and I'm like, I got an award in that. I did that, and so it really is. You just feel so proud of what you've done and what you've learned, and you really just want to get better and better and hone your skills. So, what you're really putting out there, you're so proud of.
Yeah, I love that. And you won an award just after you launched as well. I remember that. It
Yeah.
wasn't long. I mean, you couldn't believe it yourself. And all of this is possible. And Rishan has had the same experience.
Yeah.
She's won awards. She's been featured in major publications. They've even written whole articles about her, starting her brand. Just so exciting. And this could be you too. And if you're considering, because I know a lot of people are putting up considering in the comments. So you're sat there and you're watching and you're just on the fence, and we need to help you make that leap. And what I really want you to do is to go and grab a pen and paper. And I want you to think about May 1st, 2024. It's now 2023. Think like a year ahead. And I want you to really think about what your life could look like at that point. Imagine yourself, May 1st, 2024, you're sat there. What does success look like to you? What has changed in your life? What could you achieve by that date in order to meet your goals and to start to achieve your dreams? Because basically, all of this is about taking steps. It's about getting to that place that you want to be. And you can't achieve that if you haven't started. And I know this is an absolute no-brainer and you totally understand this, but if you don't start, then you won't achieve that dream. And every single entrepreneur who I speak to who's gone through Formula Botanica says, I wish I'd started sooner. I just wish I'd started sooner because I am so fulfilled now. This is my passion. And I've found purpose in my life that I didn't even know I could achieve. And that is incredible.
It is. And I want to say, too, for some of the people considering, I want you to know you don't have to create a brand that has 20 products. I mean, you can take the diploma in organic skincare formulation course, learn how to make, I think, almost every product out there, but then you can decide, you know what? I'm going to just make a line of all body butters. And you have, the different scents, and you have this and that, and nut free. I mean, you can just take one product and that's your hero product. And we say that all the time,
Yeah.
especially in the business course. Don't feel like you have to have, every product that you learn to make. No, there's so much success with people who have only taken one product and, doing big things with it. So
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to feel like they have to learn to make, I mean, you're going to learn, but you don't have to make that your brand. Your brand can be one product.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? In fact, we encourage that because it means that you can test the market. You can get to grips with starting a beauty brand. I have watched graduates in the past launch with 20, 30, 40 products, and they've almost drowned because of it, because it's so much work. How do you sell? I don't know how you sell 30 products. Don't do that. Start with one, start small, start simple. And that's how you build yourself up. And for all of you watching who are considering and who've gone through that exercise, visualize yourself on May 1st, 2024. What
Mhm.
would success look like for you? Type in the chat and tell us what your big dream is, because we want to hear from you as well. So I think we're coming to the end of the webinar. I know we've had some questions about, how the lessons are delivered. I know that the team is in the comment and they've answered most of those. So I think they've answered all of them, actually. They're on fire in the chat at the moment. So I just very quickly want to put up some slides again, just to remind you that if you enroll within the next day, because we close enrollment in 21 hours, 4 p.m. UK time tomorrow, on May 2nd. I know that might not be tomorrow where you are in the world. You might already be watching us on May 2nd, but 4 p.m. UK time, that's in 21 hours time, we close down enrollment. So if this is your dream and you're on the fence, this is your moment. And if you enroll before 4 p.m. tomorrow, we also have some bonuses for you. So let me just briefly show you again what they are. Firstly, you receive a free bonus pre-recorded webinar with me on how to manage your time when starting your beauty brand, because I know that many of you are thinking, how am I going to do this alongside my day job, my family, my other responsibilities? So that is a bonus that you get for free. Then we have a second free bonus, again, a pre-recorded webinar on how to start your beauty brand on a budget. Again, this is a question we receive all the time. So we've created this special bonus for you. Thirdly, we have a free webinar on how to name your beauty brand. So if you're stuck on how to name your brand, we've got you covered. And there is actually a framework for you to follow. There are 4 different categories of names that you can choose from. And I give you a ton of different examples of what other beauty brands have done in this space. So really helpful when you're trying to create your brand. And these bonuses are not available anywhere else. We do not have them available for sale. They are not in the student e-learning platform. They are just here for people who enroll by 4 p.m. tomorrow. I just want to be really clear on that. They are nowhere else. So if you want these bonuses, you need to enroll in order to get them. And you can only get them if you enroll before 4 p.m. UK time on May 2nd. So it's a fantastic opportunity for you to learn how to launch your beauty brand with all the skills that you gained in your masterclass and all of the value that you obviously get in your programs. And for people who've already enrolled, yes, you will get these too. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Right. So I think we've come pretty much to the end of the questions. If we've missed anything, get in touch with us. Our admissions team is there. hello@formulabotanica.com. We want to help you. And you haven't got long. Oh, another person enrolled. Let me just have a look.
Yay!
Yeah, we've just enrolled Mariam in Kuwait. I don't know if you're watching, Mariam, but big warm welcome to you. We've got Yet in the Philippines, Anne-Marie in the US, Layla, US, Janina, Canada. I can see Kiana in the UK, which was just an hour or so ago. Amazing. So big warm welcome to you. If you have any questions, get in touch with us. Write to us, call us, live chat with us, DM us. we're here. We have a big admissions team. They're there. They care so much. They've gone through the courses as well, and they can answer all of your questions too. Robin, any final advice for anyone who's thinking of joining Formula Botanica?
I would just say, take the leap if you can. Dip your toe in, and you will see this is the best decision you could have ever made. If, like we said earlier, it's a new chapter in your life. You're going to learn a skill that not a lot of people know they can learn, and you can turn that into a business, small or big, whatever your goal is. And doing this entrepreneurship program is what's going to get you there. So if you're thinking about it and you're on the fence, I highly recommend you give it a shot.
I completely agree. I think this could completely change your life if you're watching this and thinking about this. And if you went through the masterclass, and I certainly hope you did, then you'll know that the next step is becoming a formulator. And if you got the bug, and I'm sure you did, and I can see
Mhm.
many of you commenting going, it was so much fun, I loved it so much. That's exactly why we do it. If you have the bug and you want to take this further, that's why we have our International Organic Skincare Entrepreneur Program, which is only open for another 21 hours. And then it will be closed, and it will open again at a later date this year, but I can't guarantee that it will be the same makeup, and I certainly can't guarantee it will be the same price. We have plans afoot. So just dropping that little bomb there.
So do it now. Do it now.
Do it now. Exactly. It contains the 5 courses that we've bundled together to answer every question you have about becoming a formulator and an indie beauty entrepreneur. And this is the program you need to formulate your future. And just like we talked about on this webinar, this could be the first chapter in the next phase of your life, which is incredibly exciting for you. We're going to show you how to formulate. We're going to show you how to make them advanced. We're going to show you how to research botanicals. We're going to show you how to do stability testing. We're going to work with natural cosmetic preservatives. And then finally, you'll learn how to turn the whole thing into a business. And very soon, I could be sat here with your formulations, and we could be proudly holding up your formulations in the masterclass and writing case studies about you. Believe me, I want that. I'm incredibly excited for you, but this is really your last chance. You've got 21 hours. So if you have any questions that we haven't answered yet, just write to us, call us, chat with us. We're there for you. Okay. Whew.
Yeah, and Lorraine, I do want to say that what you just said is so true, because that was me. When I started out knowing nothing, and we would jump on your lives to watch you talk, and you'd hold up the different brands. I mean, I had no idea one day you'd be holding up mine, or I'd be sitting here talking to you 3 years into my business. So, I mean, the sky's the limit, you guys. You really can do it. If you think this is for you and you took the master class, you can absolutely create something out of this.
Amazing. I think that's wonderful advice. You never know what might be possible, but you can do this. And we believe in you, which is why obviously we teach this big masterclass. So huge thank you to you, Robin. Thank you so much for joining me for this webinar. Thank you to everyone who joined us in the chat. I know many of you have been here, lots of participation from people. Thank you so much. Big warm welcome to everyone who's enrolled with us. This is going to change your life. I can't believe it, and I'm excited for you. Tomorrow we close enrollment, and then the entrepreneur program will not be open for enrollment again for a considerable period of time. So if you're thinking about it, just take that plunge or get in touch with us. And on that note, I think it's time to end. So thank you so much, Robin. It's been lovely hanging out with you again.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I just love Formula Botanica, so I'm always happy to be here and help out any of the new students, or students working through their courses already. I'm here to help.
And for those of you who have enrolled, you'll be seeing Robin in your classrooms very soon. Awesome. Have a great rest of your Monday, wherever you are in the world, or Tuesday, if it's that time already for you. And we'll be seeing you in our student community soon.